In this student story, I'm talking to Magda, who has been studying L185, and we're going to talk about assessment. So Magda, how did you get on with your first TMA, your tutor marked assignment?
My first TMA was, the score was very low. I think what happens is I misread the question, and then when I submitted the TMA, I thought about that and I thought, I think I didn't answer the question properly.
Yeah.
So so it was just about passed, but yeah, it was a bit.
How did you feel when you got that? Was it what you expected?
Well, I knew the content and the spelling and the grammar was correct because I asked someone to have a look. So I was a bit shocked, but I knew in the back of my head that I was not answering correctly. So yeah, it was a bit it was a bit of a shock for me, but that was the only one that it was low. The rest of it was much better.
So what did you do then after you got the score back?
Well, the first thing I did is obviously looking at my feedback, my tutor feedback. I knew that it was going to be because the question was not related to my answer. So I looked at the feedback and I thought about, what I did wrong and what I need to do to improve. Yes. Okay, and then what I did is I just tried to plan, asking for support for my colleagues, also my line manager. I tried also to speak to my partner, finding ways to get around, so I can spend more time doing it in the evenings. And I also took some study leave. The days, the week when the TMA was due, I took annual leave on Monday, so Tuesday, when I know it's a good day for me because it's just after the weekend, so my mind is so fresh. So that's what I did. I just thought I need to get this better, and yeah.
So you took time just before when you knew it would be right for you. Now, you say that your key issue really was not answering the question that was set, which is the most common reason why students can produce a perfectly good piece of work that doesn't get a good score, is because they're not answering the question. So how did you go about making sure that that didn't happen again?
Well, what I did is, when I started my TMA doing my next one and the following ones, what I did is I just done a draft. I just done everything but by hand. I done a draft, and just before I produced that in a PC or the Word document, before I start typing it, I went back to the question, read the question again, break it down, and obviously the tutorials was a big help. So I was in there in the tutorial asking lots of questions. So until I get the question, I understood the question. But just before I start typing, as I said, in my PC, went back, read the question. Okay, I'm happy with. I got all the points, I got all the information. Then I started typing it. That way, I'm not halfway through or almost sending or submitting my TMA and find out that the answer is not the correct one. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, Magda.
All right, thank you.